Everyone, get in here!
Guys, what's up? It's Kahoobb here, and today I wanted to talk about the new cards that were released. So, Prince Tal'Daram is an okay card, I think, just because it can combo. And so, let me just read it off. It's a legendary 3-mana 3/3 classic card. So, the battle cry is if your deck has no 3-cost cards, transform into a 3/3 copy of a minion. So, the one way this can be good for late game, mainly since you can play Hemet Jungle Hunter if you haven't used all your 1 to 3 mana cost cards, because you play this on like turn 6 or maybe later and it destroys all those cards to then be able to use this. So now I can see this card being useful, but I disenchanted mine because I didn't see it being useful at all, so it might actually have a chance of being playable now. And this card would have to combo with it most likely. Warlock is a really interesting class as of today because it isn't really playable. There's no like really good deck that everyone's playing in Warlock to rank up a bunch, so I think it'd be cool to see Warlock revive in this expansion on Knights of the Frozen Throne. So let's actually look at this card. It's a 5-mana 1/6 legendary called Blood Queen Lana'thel, and has lifesteal. So the lifesteal is actually really interesting since Warlock is always about you know, dealing damage to your own hero. So having lifesteal is pretty cool since you're able to attack and heal yourself for that. And so it actually has +1 attack for each card you've discarded this game. So I can see it being used in like a discard deck, although you really wouldn't want to discard this card, so that would be really bad. So that's the only thing I'm kind of thinking about, how it wouldn't be that great. But the thing about discard decks is you can't really decide what you discard. I mean, you can like get to a point to where you make sure only certain cards have a higher chance of getting discarded than others, but that's really about it. So if you want to draw this later in the game, you don't want to draw it right away because you want to play your early drops that discard cards, and then once on turn 5 you can play it, and it can be like a 5-mana 4/6 with lifesteal. So I think this card could possibly actually be playable in a discard deck since it has lifesteal, so I think that will really help out to make the game go longer and actually survive in late. So we're gonna move on to the Warrior card. So Warrior is getting a new weapon called the Blood Razor. It's a 4-mana 2/2 battle cry and death rattle, or deal 1 damage to all minions. So this is really interesting since there's a card already kind of like this that instead dealt like 1 damage to all minions for the death rattle, but this one is a battle cry and death rattle to deal 1 damage to all minions, and it is kind of expensive, but at the same time, I mean, like on turn 6 or something, it can be used as an activator for execute. And also if there's anything that's like 3 health, you can use Blood Razor and then attack into the minion to then kill it. So I think this card is really interesting since the death rattle is also 1 damage to all minions, so that could help you kill off a 3 health minion. If they play another 3 health minion after that, you can attack into it, which deals 2 damage, and then your weapon dies and the death rattle will go off and kill it off. So I think this card is really interesting since Warrior does have a lot of enrage cards, so having a card like this could actually help out quite a bit. You know, there's the 4-mana 2/6 enrage, like +3 attack, that's the taunt. They also have the 8-mana 4/9, you know, Gromish Hellscream, so that has enrage like +6 attack. So I'm thinking this card might actually be playable. I'm not too sure though because it costs 4 mana. It's only a 2 attack and 2 durability, but I think the main purpose of it will be the battle cry and death rattle. So it might be like, I mean, it's kind of expensive to like play it on turn 4, so I'm not too sure if it'll be playable. I mean, maybe if more cards come out that are really good enrage cards, then it's a possibility, but I'm not too sure about this card. I think it's more of a 50-50 if it's gonna be played or not. So let's move on to this card. It's It's a 6 mana 5/5 called Nerubian Unraveler, and spells cost 2 more. So spells cost 2 more, that's for every single spell. So the cool thing about this card is you can play it on turn 6, and if the enemy has a mage and they have Firelands Portal, it'll cost 2 more. So Firelands Portal will cost 9, Flame Strike will cost 9, so Blizzard will cost 8. So I think this might be good against mages, but I'm thinking it might not be that great. Like probably in arena it'd probably be good. I'm pretty sure it'd be good in arena, but I'm thinking not too sure how good it would be in a deck. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below giving me your guys' thoughts on these cards and what kind of combo decks or what type of decks these would work in, because I can't really think of many cards that some of these could work in. I can think of some with like this card and that card being a combo, and combos with this card, but I'm having maybe like an enraged deck for this one. So, but this card I'm not too sure. So if you guys have your own opinions, just leave them down in the comment section below and tell me what your guys' opinions are on these cards. So I'll see you guys later in the next video.